Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fate's Day Night. Last time, through sheer, hardcore determination and willpower, Shirou conjured some sort of mysterious weapon that was able to cleave right through Gilgamesh's armor, a feat that not even Saber could reproduce. And through a stroke of luck, Gilgamesh decided to leave. Probably because he panicked. I have a theory that that weapon that Shirou summoned was some sort of noble phantasm that Gilgamesh, of all people, did not recognize. I think it might be something that wasn't part of his horde. And now, well, it's looking a whole lot like Shirou and Saber are going to have a very big heart-to-heart about what they talked about that led to their fight, about what just happened, that near shave with Gilgamesh, and a whole lot of other things, so let's hop right in here and see what's what. Saber, can I talk with you a bit? Yes, if we can talk like this. We start talking through the sliding screen. Maybe it's because I can't see her, but I recall the smile I last saw on her. Saber was smiling happily. My frustration increases instead of calming down. I don't know why my body is heating up, but I need to talk to Saber. I have to say that it's wrong. I don't know what's really right, but I have to tell her that I'm not wrong about this. My tongue and throat tremble. I can't turn back once I say this. I fully acknowledge it, and it's all right. It's fine, so you should smile for your own sake. Yo. New song, and it is going in. Ooh. I'm pushed by an unknown impulse and say this. Shirou? Why? She doesn't even need to ask. I'll keep repeating myself until you realize it. Saber, isn't this enough? You've done your best. You fought even by yourself. So, you have to find your own happiness. You fulfilled your oath, so you can return to being Arturia. What? Are you still talking about that? Yeah, I'll keep on saying it. I can't help it because I've fallen in love with you. That's why, Saber... No, you can go back to being Arturia. I suppress my sudden fury. It's about to burst out. Saber only needs to say one thing before that. Shirou, please do not trouble me. Even if you say that, Her answer doesn't change. My heart aches at her determination. You knew my past, but you continue to invade me. You should know my answer already, so why? Why are you still concerned about me? You must have seen all the sins I've committed. Yeah, I did. She sacrificed many people in the name of the king, and killed many enemies. I don't intend to ignore that or pretend it didn't happen. But still, even knowing that, I want the girl named Arturia to become happy. So what? I don't know what this emotion is. I just can't leave you alone. Please, smile. I want to be with you, Saber. A childlike unilateral confession. Within the silence, I wait for her answer. What is Saber doing on the other side of the sliding screen? Are my words reaching her? My answer will not change. I cannot break my oath as a king. Even if I was not appropriate for the role, I was entrusted with my country as the king. I could not fulfill my duty, so this freedom is not permitted to me. I can't hold myself back any longer because her voice sounds so sad. I don't want to hear the lonely oath to be the king instead of her words as Artoria. I already know that. I didn't become this vexed to hear those screams. I kick my futon. In front of me is the sliding screen separating our rooms. Shirou. The sound of the sliding screen feels distant. My mind blanks out. Why was I so angry? Why was I so sad? And I almost feel like lyrics would have kicked in on this song. It feels like an insert song. Her eyes shake as if about to cry. Her gorgeous neck and slender shoulders. Her golden hair reflects the moonlight, just like when we first met. I am embracing her when I notice. I embrace her so hard that I could break her, but she doesn't resist. Stop flashing that, please. It's different from that night. I didn't feel like this back then. What a ridiculous story. I wanted to become a superhero, but I never fell in love with anyone, nor was I ever unwilling to let go of anyone. Saber. It feels like she'd disappear if I don't keep holding her. I don't know how long I've held her, but I finally figure out that she won't disappear and loosen up. Shirou? What is it, all of a sudden? What is the meaning of this? Even if you do this, She moves slightly in my arms. Her lips tremble and try to say something, but... I close them with a soft touch. Her body is slightly trembling. I'm staring at Saber, but I'm not seeing anything. In its place, my lips feel Saber's kindness. Yeah, I thought he kissed her. I feel like this is kind of weird, because they haven't really, resolved anything from their horrible fight. Okay, look, I'm the least qualified person in the entire world to talk about relationships, but, you would think you would think that Saber would still kind of be mad, and maybe doubly mad that Shirou's bringing this up again, but, Our lips part. Saber's hand on my chest pushes us apart a bit. Shirou, that kiss was... Does she want to say it's a mistake? She looks up at me with a face about to cry. It's not a mistake. I'll say it as many times as I need to. I love you, and I can't just let you go. Tell me if you don't like it. Tell me that we're only a master and a servant, and contradict me. How unfair. Are you telling me to say such a thing? You know, it is kind of messed up. It was established that the thoughts and feelings of a master do, in fact, subtly influence a servant. It's kind of like... I don't even want to talk about the implications of that because it's kind of gross. Let's ignore it. Yeah, I won't hold back if you won't tell me clearly. If you won't refuse me, I'll do as I want. Even it would make her temporarily forget her determination to be the king. A long silence. I keep holding her and feel her softness. She's still tense, not wanting to be embraced. All we hear are our breaths and the beatings of our hearts. How many times did our hearts beat? Saber slightly puts more power into the hand on my chest. I cannot answer your feeling. As you cannot change your way, there are things I cannot change. All I can do, if forgiven, is to... Her pause aches my heart. She bites her lip, trembles, and says this as if to make a confession that this night is unforgivable. But still, her unresisting body and her wavering eyes tell me that only this one night. She wants to stay like this until the night ends. Saber, I raise my hand to embrace her again, but I have used my noble phantasm, so I cannot fight unless I receive energy from you. Oh no. Okay, well thank goodness for playing with the censored version this time. I wonder how different the uncensored version is up to this point. I'm never going to go look. Her quiet voice stops me. I can't say anything. That reason is her best absolution and her biggest modest wish. If you put it like that, yeah, I see that. A convenient excuse. Yeah, you're right. But is the connection still working? Yes, you are charging me even as we speak. So to heal, we must be close to each other like this. That's the limit. This is the distance between us, the girl bound by her oath, and myself who cannot destroy her oath. Saber moves within my arms. At the same time, the feverish heat in my body returned. My arms panic at her warmth. I'm painfully aware of her softness and softness. What are you talking about, softness? No, my headcanon Saber is friggin' jacked. I'm ashamed for panicking. Saber's cheeks are red as well, and she looks embarrassed. So please, Shirou. Please allow me to sleep here tonight. It is easier for the sword and the Okay, I wasn't gonna say any jokes last time, but come on. Oh, that is on the nose. To regain powers if they're together. And if we bring our bodies and minds closer like that during the ritual. Okay, I'm sorry. I know this is serious. It's like the big relationship climax of the entire route. Like the culmination of the relationship, pretty much, probably. I should take this more seriously. I nod back. Happiness overwhelms my embarrassment. I'm going to be with Saber until morning. We can't touch each other anymore, but we can still be close using our hearts. Good. Then, Shirou, I will do the preparation tonight, so can you go back to your room? Saber stands. I'm reluctant to let her go, but I can't be like this forever. I head to the sliding screen. I turn back to look at Saber as I close the screen. With her hands at her collar, Saber shyly returns my gaze. It feels like I'm doing something impure, so I quickly close it. For some reason, I sit Japanese style on the futon as I wait. I'm going to be sleeping together with Saber. Just the thought of it causes me to dance inside my head. This is to help Saber and also to grant her small wish. Okay, the only thing I can think of after reading that is that one scene from Seinfeld where George Costanza brings the lady home, or maybe the lady brings him home, and she says that she's going to slip into the bathroom to get more comfortable or whatever. And then George, left alone, freaks out, and he's like, What do I take off clothes? Am I reading too much into this? What do I do? And he panics, he gets on the bed, off the bed, he takes off his shirt, puts it back on, and eventually just settles on taking off his shoes and just sitting on the bed with his hands clasped over his lap. It's just, that's one of my favorite scenes. and that feels like what Shirou's doing. What did I just say about taking this seriously? Oh. Saber may be able to smile someday if we pile up such small wishes. But the battle is nearing its end. Will we have enough time? Excuse me, Shirou. The screen opens. I shake the depressing thought from my mind and welcome Saber. I turn around and see... Huh. Is that... Okay, is that... Whose nightgown is that? Is that Rin's? Well, that's like a PG-13 outfit. And she has her hair down, too. That's neat. Wow, she looks so different with her hair down. Yeah, anyway, the point is, this is probably safe to show, but I don't know 100%, so I'm just gonna censor it just in case. It would be really stupid to risk my YouTube channel over something like this. I quietly swallow my breath. Her white figure shows up in the darkness. With that, my agitation disappears. It's probably because she's too beautiful. My agitated mind comes to its senses and clears up. Do I look strange in this? No, that's not true. I'm probably troubled because you're so dazzling. I murmur strange things such as how troubling it is for a girl to be too beautiful. Saber wouldn't understand what I mean. Saber has a wife and child. Saber wouldn't understand what I mean, but my mind won't move unless I say this. May I go over there, Shirou? Yeah? I notice for the first time how small... Wait, how her small toes look beautiful? Her toes? Saber makes her way... Okay, it's impossible for me to take this seriously anymore. I'm sorry, but that's it. The camel's back has been broken by the final straw. As Saber makes her way over, I draw back and spread the futon. I realize that I need another pillow, but it's too late now. Saber and I are sitting by the futon, side by side. There is only one room and one futon, but Saber's with me. I have no dirty thoughts, but my face is burning, and I can't even sneak a glance at Saber. Please go ahead, Shirou. No, you can go ahead. No, we'll make no progress like this. I slip under the futon, then make a space for Saber. I try to give the pillow to her, but she quietly pushes it back towards me. You can use this. May I, use your arm as my pillow? She murmurs such a thing. Saber is in my arms and is surprisingly calm. I'm not hugging her, but rather, she has settled in there. Sword and sheath. I recall Saber's words. Saber is about to fall asleep using my arm as her pillow, and she looks like a beautiful sword in its sheath. Her warmth and her faint smell calms me down instead of exciting me. It seemed unthinkable that I was ever worried about falling asleep with Saber. Saber holds out her hand. I take her hand under the futon and clasp it. We quietly fall asleep. But before that, Saber. I call out to the girl laying beside me. I want to ask her in the end, to hear her reply to my question. Do you feel it, Shirou? My magical energy should be replenished by tomorrow morning, at this rate. I can fight as your servant starting tomorrow. Saber. That is it for now, Shirou. My role is to protect you and to obtain the Holy Grail. I cannot think about anything else until the battle is over. Is that not right? Because you have... chosen to fight to the end of this war. That's something I cannot argue against. If I want to do something about our problem, I have to end this war beforehand. First of all, I can't protect Saber unless we defeat that man who's after Saber. But do we have a way to defeat that King of Heroes? We grow quiet and stare at the darkness. How long were we like that? My tired body wants to take a rest, and my eyes start to close. But our clasped hands are warm. Saber? Yes. Let us think tomorrow, Shirou. We might come up with a good plan tomorrow, and... I would like to sleep like this for now. She says so while gently clasping my hand. Yeah, I wanted to do so too. Yes, good night, Shirou. Let us return to our previous cells when we wake up. I close my eyes with her close to me. My last vision of Saber sees her smiling warmly. I don't care if that was just for this night. Right now, her hand is warm. This is more than enough for me right now, as I fall into a comfortable sleep. We approach the end of this battle, without knowing if we would be able to keep our hands connected even after everything is over. Well, that was cute. That was actually very sweet and wholesome. I like that. So that was way less about Saber completely changing her mind, but rather giving in to the guilty pleasure with a convenient excuse to technically keep up her oath. To have a little cheat day, or cheat night, as it were. I guess that does betray the true feelings in her heart. But her ideals are ironclad, sacrosanct, inviolate. For now. Who knows what the future will bring. When I wake up, the sun is already way up. The sunlight coming in from outside is faint, and the room is dim. I feel like it's still last night and shake my head violently. It's cloudy outside. No wonder I didn't wake up. It seems my sleep-deprived body caught up on sleep, taking advantage of the darkness of the room. It seems it's already past 1 o'clock. Ooh, that's late. Oversleeping this much can't just be called sleeping in. Oh man, there was a non-insignificant portion of my life where I would routinely go to bed at 4 a.m. and wake up at 2 p.m. Oh man, that was back when I was going ham on World of Warcraft. Oh, bless my parents. They tolerated so much. Saber, are you awake? There's no answer. Saber is sleeping next to me, slightly curled. I wake up when I'm not sleepy anymore, but Saber has to recover her magical energy. Considering how long she slept before, she probably won't wake up until dinner. Hey, what are you doing? No! Just lie there and appreciate the moment, man. Oh, come on. I leave the room, trying not to wake Saber up. There's no need to wake her up right now. The contest begins at night. I don't think Lancer or Gilgamesh will appear during the day. So I have to come up with a plan. Putting Lancer aside, Gilgamesh will certainly come again tonight. I don't even need to think about it considering his personality and the murderous intent he showed last night. But what should I do? He has an infinite supply of noble phantasms, and one of them even exceeds Saber's Excalibur. Berserker was a difficult enemy to defeat, but we still could fight him even though we were inferior. We could look for a chance for a comeback, even when he was pushing us. But he's different. It won't even be a fight right now. If he uses that noble phantasm called Iya, we will all die. I have to find a way. There isn't long before sunset. Maybe use a reality marble? You know, that Chekhov's gun that was shown on the mantle, like freaking part 4? Hello? Reality marble? I've been waiting for one. There's no solution if I think on my own. If Saber, Tosaka, and I can't think of a plan, then the church. As supervisor, he might know. Yeah, didn't Kirei say he would go and investigate and he would have answers by tomorrow or whatever? He might know a way to overcome the situation. King of Heroes, Gilgamesh. Kurumine Kirei said that he would find some measure against that survivor of the last Holy Grail War. We can't find a countermeasure, but that priest might have already come up with a plan. I go up the hill. The sky is filled with gray clouds. The church is the only thing at the top of the hill. There's no one in sight, not even the sound of birds. Is it because of the dark sky? It looks more ominous than holy. Metaphorically, it feels like a gallows. going up the long hill, through the large courtyard, prosecuted before God, and falling to hell. What am I talking about? That's not just a metaphor. From the beginning, a church is a place where people die. A hospital is a place where they try to prolong life, but at the same time, it is also a place where people face death. A church is the same. In those terms, no place has more deaths than here. What is this morbidity? The wind is cold. Fastening my collar, I go up the stairs to the church. Yoo-hoo! Kirei! Kodamine, I came to talk. I entered the chapel. There is no one in here either. Kodamine? Is he in the back again? Walking between the chairs, I walk to the altar. Is this where we discover Kirei's dark secret and it turns out he was actually a villain and the church in this Japanese story was actually bad all along? No! Pat, 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 pat. A dry sound echoes through the chapel. It must be designed for echoes as one person's footsteps fill the room. Kodamine, are you not here? I call out in a soft voice. It's certainly strange. I should be calling out in a loud voice if I'm calling for someone. I know he's somewhere in the back, so I should be calling out in a loud voice. But I advance, keeping my voice quiet, my footsteps quiet, and suppressing my presence. Is it because the chapel is so magnificent? I feel like as soon as I reveal my presence, something will surround me and cut my head off for disgracing God or something. I pass through the chapel and get out into the courtyard. I think Kodamine's room is... I advance with quiet footsteps. The church is complicated. I don't know where Kodamine's room is. My memory is vague, so I know I won't be able to get there. Something. I control my breathing. My throat is dry, and it's hard to breathe. Why? Even though the hallway is cool, sweat forms on my brow. I stop calling out and examine the surroundings with all my senses. Do I have such... I don't know why. Why I'm walking silently, why my heart's beating so fast, why... An ominous feeling in this place. Okay, what in the sweet hell is going on? I mean, I said, are we gonna discover Kirei's dark secret half in jest, but... Okay, is this for real? The same words repeat in my head. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Kodamine isn't here, so you don't have anything to do here. Go home, since you're by yourself. Your decision is a mistake. Your actions are a mistake. Your chill is a mistake. Go back, go back, go back. This isn't bad. There is nothing bad here. There's nothing here, so go home. I feel sick. I feel nauseous. At times like this, my chill is correct. My sense for danger is good enough for an amateur magus. That's why I can't stop. Suppressing my pounding heart, I look for Kodamine's room. Oh, wait. No, maybe it's just that Gilgamesh killed him and we're about to stumble upon his body. And in that way, I run into the darkness. Underground? Oh, no, it's gonna be curious as a secret sex dungeon. I see stairs in the darkness. In a small indent between the walls one would normally miss because of the shadows is a narrow staircase. I shouldn't go down there. I'd bet money on it. Kodamine won't be down there. No one will be down there. There can't be down there. There can't be down there. There can't be is down there. There can't be down there. Can't be cow. There can't be cows down there. I shouldn't go in there. My neck stiffens. Ooh, okay. Let's drop a save. Hello. Choice number 36. So, which one will see Shirou dead? So we go back home. Narratively speaking, that would just be super weird and not make much sense. Like, basically nothing would happen and this would never be revisited again and everything would go back as it were. And it would just keep going. And I can't see why Shirou would die because of this action. And then for go down the stairs, oh yeah, I'm feeling it. We'd go down the stairs, Shirou would see something horrible, and then he'd be killed for it by whoever's down there, whether it be Gilgamesh or Kira himself even, though he is supposed to be an impartial judge, so... in terms of what I want to do first, maybe let's try going down the stairs. I enter the darkness. It's a room made of stone. The lights aren't on, but the room itself is glowing blue, as if it's a living thing. An underground temple? It might be used quite often, as the temple isn't dirty with dust or mold. How deep is this? I look up at the stairs I've descended. The staircase is built along the wall in an arc. It must trace out a perfect half moon, as I can see the start of the stairs about 10 meters directly above me. Is it because there is no light? The arcing staircase that connects this underground and the outside world reminds me of a centipede crawling through this temple. And I notice the door. Under the stairs. The symbol in front of me. Beyond it, an entrance to darkness is open. I approach the darkness as if drawn to it. I go through what appears to be an entrance into the place. Is it damp? The floor feels slimy, and it's hard to walk on. It's like the time I cleaned the swimming pool at school. The feeling that bog moss covers the floor, and the feeling that my leg would rot every time I step in it. I stop. It's because I'm scared by the nasty feeling of the floor. But more than that, because I smell an awful stench. Rotting corpses? Or corpse? I plug my nose in reflex. The smell isn't momentary, but ongoing. It's not the smell of meat. Oh. But it's not gunpowder either. Wait, is gunpowder stinky? Huh. Is this formalin? What is formalin? The smell of medicine fills this room. Oh. Is Kirei sick in some way? My senses were numbed as soon as I came underground. I don't feel any chills or pressures anymore. But still, my heart beats like it's expanding to twice its size, and my hands are vermiculating like they're going to crumble into pieces. What the hell is vermiculating? And the worst thing is, my eyes have gotten used to the darkness. Okay, what? It's either half an eyeball or it's a long, ongoing tunnel with a support pillar in the middle. The darkness fades. A drop falls somewhere. Was that a signal? The things I couldn't see before are engraved into my eyes instantly. Oh, it's just coffins. Yeah, people can get buried underneath churches and coffins. If they're into that. It is a living hell that's somehow familiar. There are corpses. There are corpses. There are corpses. There are corpses. There are corpses all around me. The smell of medicine covers the smell of death. That's the cause of the dripping sound. The water is dripping into the corpses' mouths. Oh, this is some freaky necromancy ritual. Wait, is necromancy even a thing? I don't think it is. Unless someone's element is, like, death. Like how Shirou's element is sword. The slightly opened mouths take in the water, and must have been like that for many years, as the lips are swollen and rotten, and the jaws are decomposing on some. I tell myself that this isn't happening. I don't want to think that such a thing can happen. But I can't deceive myself. I can tell in a second. Even though there are this many corpses, no one is dead in here. Oh. No. No, you don't think. Oh no, these are batteries, aren't they? This is how Gilgamesh sustained himself over 10 years. He fed on these people like batteries. Oh my god, it's the answer's right there, isn't it? Gilgamesh had to be the servant of Kirei's father. We know Kirei's father took part in the Fourth War. And so, the son, Kirei, he's letting, he knew all about Gilgamesh, didn't he? And that letting Gilgamesh live on, oh no. Now I know I said a few videos ago that I called Kirei out on, like, how did Kirei know that this eighth servant used male pronouns? Well, it turns out I was just being dumb. Shirou used male pronouns first, before that, so that's how Kirei could have possibly known. But yeah, no, I think this cements it. This has to be the work of Kirei and Gilgamesh. They're alive. They're alive. These things can only be perceived as corpses. These things that used to have human shape are still quite alive. I remember a news story I heard somewhere. It was a story about a whale. About a guy who survived for a month after being swallowed by a whale. Well, that can't be true. Whales have such tiny throats they can't even swallow a grapefruit. That huge creature had a huge digestive system to maintain its huge body. The great thing is, the creature has two of them. Two digestive systems? The first stomach, is where it keeps all the fish it swallows. The next one is the one that digests all the creatures it stores. So the man who was swallowed lived for a month being slowly melted in the lightless, warm, stinking meat, lacking in oxygen. In the stomach full of dead fish, he lived for a month and as his clothes and hair melted. A month, not knowing when he would be sent to the stomach. And then, some fishermen killed the whale, and when they were cutting it apart, a smooth and slimy human came out of the stomach like an alien. Yeah, no, every single bit about that is bullcrap. Yeah. It's a tragic story, but this is just as bad. Oh. Why are they alive? Every corpse is deformed and they lack too many of the human characteristics. No limbs. Those that have had them cut off. Those that have had the ends decomposed, leaving only the bone. Those who are ground down in the cracks in the floor. Those who've become homes to bugs splattered on the walls. No matter how they came to be that way, they have no limbs remaining, and all of them are worn out like rotten trees. I don't even need to know why. The corpses are being eaten by the coffin. I don't know how it works. It's just that the corpses are stuck to the coffin, and the coffin is sucking nutrition out of the corpses. The flow of life. The coffin is sucking up magical energy. No, something close to the soul. Slowly. So not to kill the ones it leeches off, and so as to not allow them to live. The sound of the wind that sounds like sobbing. It seems like screams coming out of the corpses' mouths. Their throats have already decayed, and they cannot let out voices. It has already become just an organ to keep them alive. But still, the corpses are crying out. In an almost inaudible voice, they scream with all their might. It must be the pain and the fear. They continue screaming, unable to stand, losing their form and being eaten alive. I hear a sound. The coffin in front of me gasps, oozing. An eye drops off as it turns its neck towards me. But still, it stares directly at me. The swollen lips move a little. It speaks in a voice that's not even a voice. Where am I? And asks me that question. I'm right on the verge of screaming. No, I can't even scream now. Where am I? It doesn't say it hurts, nor does it ask for help, but it just says it doesn't understand why it's here. Is that the reason? He was like that before he realized it? He lived normally, went to sleep naturally, and was gasping here when he woke up? His limbs are already gone, sucked by that coffin, rotting away from the ends, unable to move. and he can only believe this is just a bad dream. I might go insane. My heart might break. From this scene and from this terrible spectacle. But why? Why do I recognize... That flash just now was the hospital ceiling after the fire. I recognized it. Are you telling me these are fellow victims of the fire and they've been here 10 years? Why do I recognize them? Oh no. I have never seen them. But I recognize every one of the corpses. This is the first time I've seen them. They are people I shouldn't know. They are people unrelated to me, but... why are they... as if knowing me, staring at me? I have another question. Is it some coincidence, or do the sacrifices have to meet this condition? Why are all the corpses here children of the same age? And then... oh, welcome, Emiya Shirou. Suddenly, I'm tapped on the shoulder from behind as if being greeted by a friend. My body freezes at this sudden event, and I can't even turn around. But I don't even need to turn around to tell who the person behind me is. Emiya Shirou, the priest of this church, the man who made this hell. And a devil I must not meet more than anything else in this place. What awful timing. It was foolish of me to prepare food for you thinking that you would come soon. I was unable to welcome you last time, correct? I thought I was attending to your needs, but it seems we missed each other. I can't talk. The priest's hands are heavy on my shoulders. But I cannot approve of trespassing. If you do such things, you will end up seeing things you should not. Such as a truth that might send a relationship back to a blank page. The priest's voice is more cheerful than I've ever heard it. Emiya Shirou, standing behind me with his hands on my shoulders, is definitely smiling. That's why I'm frightened. What is it, Emiya Shirou? You came to talk, so it does no good for you to stay silent. I'm disappointed. Is this spectacle really so outrageous? The priest says inhuman things in a cheerful voice. Does this man not feel anything when faced with this? I don't even need to tell him that this scene is outrageous. Oh, that is cold of you. It is simple compassion to say that it is not, even if you might think it unpleasant. After all, you guys are like brothers and sisters. I do not think they will be saved if you act that way. Just now, what did this man say? What did you say? I said that you and these corpses are fellow mates. By whatever means, you all survived that living hell. Even if you have no blood relations, I believe the connection is close to that of brothers and sisters. Am I wrong? I was right. I see. That's why I thought I recognized them. This is the continuation of 10 years ago. And this place is the continuation of that hospital room. My head spins. Children who lost their homes and parents. They were supposed to be sent to an orphanage and stay there until they found someone who would adopt them. But I was adopted by Emiya Shirou before that, and I did not know what happened to them afterward. I avoided thinking about it. The orphanage was the church on top of the hill, and I could have gone there any time I wanted to. But still, I hesitated. I felt it wasn't fair to me to get adopted, and then go see children who didn't get adopted. So if I was to meet them, it would be in town. We would meet accidentally, be able to talk normally, and we would be over the fire incident. I was looking forward to such a meeting, thinking that we surely would meet, as such a small town. So why have I not met even one of them? Koto Mine. That is right, Emiya Shirou. If you had not been taken by Emiya Shirou, you would have been one of them. Do you understand? You alone survived once again. Everyone around you dies, but you survive. What do you think? Do you not think it is unfair? My pulse returns. My frozen body defrosts in an instant. Oh no, I am not criticizing you. It is rather delightful. Emiya Shirou's survival abilities are impressive. Honestly, I did not expect you to remain until the end. That is why I have allowed you to be reunited with your brothers and sisters in your final moments. Ah. Okay. You really are lucky. I was planning to close this place up after today, so you barely made it. 10 years now. I kept them alive to feed the servant, but it's coming to an end. I nailed it. I cannot hope to extract the same amount of soul as when I started, and there is no more need for food in any case. All that remains now is to kill you and your servant. What about Lancer? You! With that word, I break all restraints. I move my body which had been bound. I fling the hands off my shoulders, throw myself forward, and turn to face the priest. Kotomine, you! I face him, placing enough distance between us. In that moment, I feel a powerful shock from behind me. That's weird. I can't breathe. A sharp horn is growing out of my chest. The horn looks like the head of a spear. No, that's just Gilgamesh being creative with which noble phantasm he's using. That's strange. How can a spear be growing out of my chest? Oh, I have not yet told you. I shall formally introduce you. This is my servant. I turn to look back. There. God damn it! Kirei, you fuck! A duplicitous snake from the very start. Neutral my ass! Though I guess if I were him, I would keep up the lie, because that is one sweet friggin' advantage. Ugh. How many times is this that Lancer has stabbed Shirou? I turn to look back. There, a blue spearman is standing, piercing my chest. What about Lancer indeed? The lance is pulled out of my chest. At the same time, a sharp pain runs through my head, as if to burn my brain. The floor is painted red. I'm lying on the slimy floor. I push on my arms to get up, but my body is too heavy. I can't move. Not because I'm bound, but because I lack the things people need to move. The pain in my chest exceeds the blood loss's power to drive me unconscious. I can't pass out. I've taken fatal wounds several times before. They were all so bad that they even numbed my senses. But this is different. It's a fatal wound, but the pain is too real. Oh right, the Gaia-Bolga is cursed. It drives thorns into the body. My vision spins. As soon as I black out from the pain, I'm awoken by the next pain. I can't feel my limbs. I can't even tell where I am. All I feel are pain, nausea, and the temptation that it would feel so good to just disappear. You did not kill him, right, Lancer? If you did, there was no point in keeping him alive until now. I can only hear voices. I have my eyes open, but I can't see anything. Wait. Kirei said that it's the time to kill Shirou and his servant. So why bother keeping Shirou alive? Wouldn't it be an objectively good thing if Saber disappeared for him? I'll follow your orders, even if they're disgusting ones. Yeah, I thought so. Lancer did not have a pleased or satisfied look on his face. I think Lancer just hates Kirei, and that's pretty cool. Poor Lancer, stuck with an asshole. Lancer's voice shows no emotion, but I can barely hear it now. Fine, then we shall prepare now. The servant will know of the master's danger. It should be about half an hour until Saber gets here. Kodamine, this kid won't make it that long. We should at least stop his blood loss if you want him alive until then. No need. I do not care if he dies. My mind starts to pass out. Pain finally overcomes my brain and allows me to faint. I stop that by digging into my wound. Whoa! The pain starts again. My fainting mind returns to the burning world again. I want to die. I want to die right now if this pain's going to continue. I know that. I know that. But if I faint here, I also know that I'll die. Can you please stop with the flashes? I need to dim these. I can't even remember what I'm doing now. I feel like I'm floating in this white, burning pain. Saber. But I grit my teeth and hold on to my disappearing consciousness. I can't let it end here. I can't retire so easily. I still have a promise I haven't kept. If I believe she is more important than anyone, I can't just disappear here. Whoa! Interlude. When she wakes up, Shirou cannot be found. She thought he might be preparing a late lunch, so she makes her way to the living room. But she can find neither Shirou nor any lunch. No, not lunch! Oh, what a tragedy. Oh, God. Let's look at status screen. There must be an update for Lancer. Son of a bitch. Master Kodamine Kirei. Ugh. Yeah, we were at the, yeah, okay. Oh. Kirei! Oh. So, this is not the bad end. Okay. Well, I guess the turn back and retreat will see Shirou just die unceremoniously. Like, Kirei would have no cause to, like, gloat about the living corpses. So, not only is Kirei the master of Lancer, but he's evidently sustaining Archer, Gilgamesh. Now, Gilgamesh has an ego the size of a solar system, so I'm not entirely sure that old Gilgamesh would be willing to, you know, serve Kirei in any way. Maybe they just have an understanding, as it were. Maybe Kirei supplies the magical energy for Gilgamesh, and Gilgamesh, in turn, does not murder Kirei for his insolence and whatnot, and mongrelness. So, I guess that settles it. Kirei, Gilgamesh, and Lancer are the Fate Route's final boss. Yeah, oh god. Final boss. Do you think Saber's going to run to the church and then, like, the final battle will begin? Or is this the beginning of the end? Is this, like, gonna be the huge finale? Like, oh my god, this could be really, for real, seriously, the end. Oh, jeez. Well, anyway, next time, I think we'll rewind time, pick that other option and see what's what, and then we'll return here to this point and continue onwards, because it really does feel like this is the correct choice, so, very interesting developments. Totally nightmarish. I wonder if Kiritsugu knew about the other orphans at all. I mean, Saber described him as being very cold and emotionless, but I mean, maybe that's one of Kiritsugu's biggest regrets. He never stopped Kirei or went over to the church to stop things even if he knew they were there, but no, that's just conjecture. We have no reason to believe that Kiritsugu knew about this, so yeah, so interesting stuff. I'm scared. I'm also Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Fate Stay Night. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So, until then, please take care.